Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Welcome to another quick guitar lesson for the ZZ Top song Master of Sparks from the album Tres Hombres. I'm saying in my best Scottish accent. Now, like all my videos, I do try to set the expectation level from the off. If you're a very good guitar player and you can already play this song and you're just checking if this is how it's played, then this is not the lesson for you. You can probably play this better than me already. However, if you're just a guitar player like me who just wants to jam along with some of their favourite music, some of their favourite albums, in this case a ZZ Top album, and you just want to jam along to the rhythm track, you don't want to learn the solo, because full disclosure, I can't play the solo, so it's not part of this lesson. So if you just want to learn the simple rhythm parts, how I think they go, if you want to learn them, then this is the lesson for you. So there's not a lot in this song, but I have to say, like all the ZZ Top stuff, the way Billy plays things is just, it's so good. He kind of splits his guitar parts up and they're in three different places in the stereo spectrum, and when they mesh together, they're just brilliant. So sometimes it's kind of hard to pick out, you know, just like a single guitar, you know, if you're just going to jam along with this and it's just you, and it's difficult to pick out just one part. But I will try and concentrate on what I think is the bit that sticks out the most and how I would play along with it, and I'll maybe show maybe the other part, how I think it goes as well, like a melody part that he plays during the verses. So, very much based around a 12-bar blues. It starts like this. So, what that is, we're starting, try and get this in focus, we're starting on the 5th fret of the bottom E string, an A note, and then down to the 3rd fret of the E string, a G note. And it's very staccato. Once more for luck. So that is the opening part. Then it does this. So the first part is still the same. Open E. So it's open E to the 3rd fret of the E, to the 4th fret of the E, to the 5th fret of the E, to the 3rd fret of the A, and give that a little tug, as they say. I'll play that in context. Once again. Now it does that whole thing again. But this time it keeps going from the 3rd fret of the A to the 4th fret of the A to the 5th fret of the A, slide the 5th fret of the A up to 7 of the A, over to 5 of the D string, it's a G note. So I'll play that very slowly in context. So this is the last measure of the intro basically. Once more. Change the angle of my camera, so I'll play the whole of the intro slowly. Change the camera angle again so it's clearer. and then we're into the verse. So the verse starts with a couple of double stops. So those are played like this. It's the 7th fret of the A and the 5th fret of the D string. Play it once and then move down to the 5th fret of the A, 4th fret of the D. Back to the 7th fret of the A, 5th fret of the D. So it goes like this. Again, the first one's very staccato. I'll change the angle of the camera. So it's the 7th fret of the A and the 5th fret of the D together. Move that down to the 5th fret of the A and the 4th fret of the D, and then go back to the first chord, 7 of the A, 5 of the D. So it goes like this. Easy as that. So you're only playing 2 strings. On to the next bit. So after we play the first one, so we're only playing these same 2 double stops, but we're kind of changing the way we play it. Now Billy does a little trick here, it certainly sounds like it, when he's playing the last one, the 5th fret, so the 7th fret of the A and the 5th fret of the D, he's bending that note slightly. So, slowly, it goes like this. And then on this one, he hits the bottom E string open like this. 1, 2, 3. So in context, I'll play the last measure of the intro and then into that part. In to the verse. So it's bottom string open, 3rd fret, and then 5th fret. And again. And then open, bottom string, 3rd fret, and this time over to the 5th fret of the A string. So in context. We're coming from the 5th fret of the A to the 3rd fret of the A down to the 5th fret of the E. I'll play that slowly. Plays that again. Stops on the 5th fret of the A and then plays an F major chord, or just an F power chord you could play. In context. Back to the riff again. Now this is like the turnaround in a 12-bar blues. So the very last one goes from the open E to the 3rd fret again, but this time we go up to the 7th fret of the A string. And just a chromatic rundown, 7, 6, 5 of the A. In context. Back into the riff again. So what I'll do is, I'll change the camera angle and I'll play a whole of a sort of verse. so on and so forth. Now, just before the break, before the solo, it's coming down from that last measure, the E, and I'll show you how it stops, because the whole thing kind of stops. So this is the end, I think it's of maybe the second verse or third verse, before we go into the break, before the solo. So it's open E, 3, 4, 5 of the E string. I'll play that again. And then we're back to basically the intro. Now, underneath the solo, brilliant solo by the way, which, as I say, I can't play, but it's a brilliant solo. Underneath the solo, the rhythm guitar, and focus please, underneath the solo, it's just those double stops. So the only other bit, which I think this is what Billy's playing. So we're going around like E, A minor and D. So I think in one of the other guitar tracks, it sounds like he's just kind of picking out those chords, but higher up the neck. So for when he's going to the first part, when we're going to the 5th fret of the bottom E string, effectively an A chord, when we're sitting on that one, it sounds to me like what he's playing is what would effectively be like if you were playing it like an A minor away up here, which is difficult to sort of fit all your fingers in. I can't even play it, look. It sounds to me like he's just playing that. But I think he's maybe playing it down here, he's maybe playing it on the, focus on that, he's maybe playing it on the 9th fret of the G and the 10th fret of the B and the 8th fret of the E. Get the volume down on that. Maybe even just finger pick it. So every time he's going to the, playing that, maybe even slides in. And then when the other guitar's going to the D, I think it's like a D minor, or just a triad out of the D minor. This. You're playing the 7th fret of the D, G, and the 6th fret of the B. Play it once, and then back to that A minor. And then when he's doing the turnaround, going to the E, again I think it's just this triad out of an E minor chord, the 7th fret, so the 9th fret of the D, G, and the 8th fret of the B. And then down 2 frets to the D. And then back to the A minor again. If I could play it, the A minor again. So I think you'd get away with doing this, you know, if there's like 2 guitar players and one's playing. So one's playing that, and then the other guitar player could be playing this over the A parts, down to D, back to A, D, and then when you're doing the turnaround, which this camera would stay focused, when you're doing the turnaround to the E, and that's it. That's how I would play the easy version of Master of Sparks by ZZ Top. As ever folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsy's Guitar World. Cheers for now.